welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Rhoda Oluwafemi. If you're new here, welcome. Where have you been? We have been waiting for you. If you're a returnee, thank you so much for always stopping by. You know how it is done, guys. Please click on the subscribe button to become a part of this community, and you can also turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever there's a new video up on my channel. I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you for the engagement on my content so far. Not to sound like a broken record, now I'm deliberate about growing my channel, so I need your help, guys, to reach 1,000. And so I would like for you to share this video with your friends, invite them to my channel to become a part of this community. In today's video, like you can already tell by the title of this video, I will be answering many of your questions that you've asked in the last couple of months since I arrived in Canada. But before we go into today's content, I would just like to put out the disclaimer that I am no way an immigration expert. I do not know anything about coming into Canada. I will just be filming about my personal experience and will just be answering your question in my capacity as much as I can. If you've been following me for a while, it is no news that I came into Canada in the year 2023 as an international student, and so a lot of people have asked me questions around best schools to go to, what schooling like is in Canada. And while I'm happy to answer this question, I feel like this video might not be enough to go into details some of the questions, and I'll be telling you which questions I would like to talk about in another episode entirely. First question I'd like to answer is, what are the best schools here in Canada? And my answer to that is, personally, I believe that Canada has great institutions. The educational institutions here in Canada is top notch, and I mean, I understand that the schools have ranks. So I would just be saying that international student, really, I think schools should be based on eligibility for the postgraduate work permit, because there are a lot of changes that has been made in immigration services in Canada, especially with regards to international students and education in its entirety. So postgraduate work permits is like the word implies, is work permits that is given to international students upon graduation, so that they can gain international experience or work experience in the Canadian context, right? Or it was quite automatic in that when you're done schooling and fulfilling the needed requirements, you would apply for your postgraduate work permit and then you will get it, right? But right now it's no longer automatic. So not all schools that you attend are now eligible for postgraduate work permits. So as an international student coming into Canada, you need to do your research by yourself, and that's one thing I would like to just hammer on. As much as I understand that you want to get first-hand information from someone who has experienced what it is like being an international student here in Canada, the bulk of the work is still on you. You need to do your research. You need to go on IRCC websites. You need to go to your school's website to search for valuable information that applies to you. On your school website, you will see if they are eligible for postgraduate work permits. You get all the needed information you want and that you need. If you're not interested in gaining Canadian work experience, obviously you don't need to apply for your postgraduate work permit. You can finish studying and then go back after graduation. And so in the light of this, some of the schools that you can attend and are eligible for postgraduate work permit are Seneca College, Umba College, Mohawk College, Loyalist College, and a few others. So look up this information yourself on Google, and when you see the list of schools, go on the school website. Most of the schools have like service help desk that can answer your questions, so you should ensure that you're getting the right information from the institution themselves. I'm saying this because a lot of people are out there to just scam you for information that you can get yourself. some people will charge you a lot for these things, and trust me, I did it by myself. I am not saying that I didn't sought information from others. I did seek information from people, but I did not pay anybody to fetch me information that I could easily get on the school website or on Google, right? So I don't want you to fall victim of that. Short answer, you can study in any college at all in Canada, but depending on what you aim to achieve, you need to do further findings with regards to, you know, eligibility for postgraduate work permit. First, schools in Canada. First of all, I would like to say that as a Nigerian, with the current exchange rates, there are no cheap schools in Canada. Tuition for 1 year ranges from 16,000 Canadian dollars and above. So depending on your course as well, and depending on the location that you are, I mean, a lot of people just think Canada ends and starts in Ontario. It doesn't start and end in Ontario. Ontario is just one of the provinces that exist in Canada. But you would find some very cheap schools outside of Ontario. University of Alberta, University of Calgary, and University of Prince Edward Island, and a host of many others. Again, look up this information yourselves. So if you want to study in Ontario, there are some colleges that you can attend and pay as low as 16,000 Canadian dollars. Don't forget that tuition fees varies by the type of course that you're studying. The question I'll be answering is, can I come with my boyfriend or my girlfriend or my wife or my husband or my child? And the answer is yes, you can. So the Canadian immigration policy recognizes boyfriend and girlfriend, but in the context of common law partner. But you cannot just say, oh, this person is my boyfriend, this person is my girlfriend, or this person is my common law partner. You need to show proof that both of you are actually common law partners. It's not just, oh, we see each other once a week or every weekend. You need to show proof that both of you have investment together, both of you pay bills together. Maybe you are paying for a house together, you're working on a house project. No, and you guys have to have lived together in the same roof for at least 1 year. Again, check the IRCC portal to get more information about this. Of course, you can bring your child. You need to show proof that this person is your child, and you can show proof by submitting his or her birth certificates. And you can also come with your husband or your wife, obviously by showing proof of your union. Your marriage certificate can suffice for this. But you need to understand that as you're showing proof of this union or togetherness, you also need to show that you have the financial capacity to live together when you guys come. So your proof of funds will be doubled. Check the IRCC portal for information on this. The question I'll be answering is, did you write an English assessment exam or test before coming? And the simple answer is no, I did not. But I understand that there are some schools that require you to write, you know, English test assessments. And so if your school does require you to do that, you need to write it. So you can either write the popular IELTS or the CELPIP. So you're going to be tested for your reading, your writing, your speaking, and your listening. Yeah, so those 4 levels of comprehension of the English language will be tested. So depending on your school, you need to write it, but I did not write it. The number 5 question I'll be answering is, was there an application fee? And the simple answer is yes, there was an application fee. So if you apply to 5 different schools or 10 different schools, you'll be paying 10 different application fees to 10 different schools. You have to pay application fee. Application fee ranges from 100 Canadian dollars to about 150. Again, this also depends on your school. Number 6 question I'll be answering is, how much do I need for the entire application process, and how long will it take? And this is the point I would say I would have to film about this in another video entirely, because if I have to talk about this right here, it will be long and I don't want to bore you guys. I think I've been able to answer most of the frequently asked questions, and this is just to give you guys insights of, you know, things that you'd need for starters, and the most important thing that I think I have said is doing your own findings. Doing your own findings is very, very important, because you can get this information by yourself on IRCC website, your school website, any school at all. Check Google by yourselves, and as much as possible try to reach out to the school with your questions. They would answer you for sure. So understand that this content you are watching is not in any way about your visa application process at all. It's not related. This is just for starters, because you want to come in as a student, you want to study in Canada. It has nothing to do with your visa application. That's a different ball game entirely, because having admission does not even need that you get your visa. Okay, so we'll be talking much more on that in another episode. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you've been able to take home a few things. I will see you guys in my next video. Please remember to click on the subscribe button to be a part of this community, and tell me in the comment box if you enjoyed it and more content that you would like to see. Thank you so much, guys. Till I come your way next week, please share this video. Bye, guys.